Hi YouTube family. Today we're going to talk about when the narcissist leaves. So it's also known as the final discard, or when they discard you, they reject you, they leave you, they've abandoned you. Not just you, I don't want you to feel like you're alone. They abandoned me, they left me as well, and others along with us. So we're not the only ones who've been discarded. But here we are, we start to feel inadequate. We start to doubt ourselves, our worth. We wonder if we could have done something differently. We feel rejected, we feel, and rejection sucks. It just does. Who loves rejection? I don't know. But actually, it kind of makes you stronger the more you're able to say it. When you say, oh, well, the word rejection, that is. And if you say it, it doesn't have any more power over you, and especially if you laugh in its face, it doesn't have any more power over you. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. I wanted to talk to you about this, and it is a serious situation because this is when depression hits, and this is when you are at an extreme low and you feel like your world is spinning and you don't know which way is up. I've been there, and it's devastating. But now that I'm on the other side of it and can see the humor of it and can see that rejection no longer has a hold on me, I want to empower you with the exact same thing. So there was this something that I saw recently, and but I was laughing just a little while ago because I was reading this little saying or clip that I found on YouTube. Oh no, where did I find it? Just on Google. It says, it's so nice when toxic people stop talking to you. It's like the trash took itself out. And that just cracked me up because I know it sounds horrible. It's so mean, but it's so true because when you have a toxic person in your life and you tried to be there for them and you try to help them because they're in a bad spot, or usually narcissists are going through or at some point in your relationship they will be going through a hardship, and you try to stick it out with them because you're a good person. You actually care about people in the good times and the bad times, which is what a narcissist is unable to do. They cannot be there for people during the hard times, the really hard times. I mean, they can kind of surfacey, be there on the surface during a bit of the hard time. But anyway, it's just interesting because I have somebody in my life kind of recently who stopped talking to me, and it has been such a relief. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. It just, has kind of made my life a lot simpler, I'll tell you that. I at first kind of felt bad because I thought, well, why is this person not talking to me anymore? And then I thought, you know what, I guess, well, they're going through their own issues, and I don't exactly agree with their decisions, so they got mad at me and they decided to stop talking to me, which is fine because, not everybody has to agree with my suggestions or my opinions. They're just my opinions. And but the fact that this person took such offense that I did not agree with them, that they thought because of that we cannot further have any conversation. And you know what? I'm not the kind of person who ends the relationship. I'm pretty loyal, and I'm willing to be there as long as the other person wants to work on it. But sometimes the toxic person takes themselves out of your relationship, out of your life, and it is incredibly freeing. And I just want to tell you all about that because in a relationship with a narcissist, when you feel like you've been discarded and they've moved on, or they left you, or they dumped you, and you're reeling because you feel rejected. You feel like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? And, maybe it was my fault, and I shouldn't have said this, or I should have done that instead. You second guess all about yourself, which is something the narcissist does not do. will not catch a narcissist wondering if they could have done something differently. I mean, maybe I did talk to a narcissist once who was thinking, that he might still be married if he were a different kind of person, if he were more like this other man. But I don't think that critical thinking of himself went further than that. It pretty much ended right there. It's like, oh well, but I'm not married anymore, so there it is. Anyway, so back again to when a narcissist or a toxic person, sometimes the one and the same, takes themselves out of your life, and you feel like you've been discarded, or you feel like you've been rejected, and there's something wrong with you, you need to stop that thinking. Embrace the fact that now you're free. You're able to go and do and be positive and optimistic, and you're able to get your life on track because you probably stalled your life to try to help them get their lives on track. And if you stop and think about all the times you've had with this narcissist or toxic person relationship in your life, you go back and you think about it and you realize they did not add very much value, if any at all, to you, to your quality of life. In fact, they drained you. They ate up all your time. They were always in need of compassion, of sympathy, of understanding. They always needed to talk to you about their problems. They didn't want to talk about your problems. They were so focused on their own issues, their own whatever failings, their own miserable relationships. And they want you maybe not necessarily to fix it for them. They just want you to listen and listen and listen and listen. And you're willing to do that because, like I said, you're a good person. You're a good friend. You're loyal. You want to help. So anyway, that's what we do, right? We stick around. But when they have decided to leave, and thank goodness for that, because some of us, like myself included, I don't like to end relationships. I don't like to walk away from them. I don't like to give up on people. And that's how I feel. I feel like, oh, I'm giving up on this person. I shouldn't do that. I'm stronger than that. And maybe that's the thing too for you. You actually are a stronger person than you realize, because it takes a lot of strength to stand beside these people and to go through the years and years of a relationship with them, helping them, sympathizing with them, listening to them, being their counselor, for crying out loud. You're their cheerleader, you're their counselor, you're there to lift them up. Oh my goodness. But or side with them. Sometimes people just want to feel like, oh, you're on my side and you understand me, and you've been there for them. But once they have shut you out, be glad. Be glad that now they are weighing down somebody else. Now they have moved on to somebody else who's willing to take on that craziness, that huge burden of a character that they are. And you know what? I do wish them well. I hope that they find the help they need. I hope that they find the right person to give them the right advice. But they're not looking for advice. They're not looking for a solution. They're not looking to improve themselves. They're looking to fix the person or other people in their life and make other people change in their life. And now you don't have to be a part of that crazy machine that they're working on and they're trying to fix and they're trying to mold into something that fits them. Now you don't have to be that anymore. You can start working on your life. Open the curtains, greet each beautiful sunny day with optimism, with the future, with your future right in front of you. Without them, without them clouding it up, without them, oh my gosh, raining on you constantly. It's so good. I just want to share this with you. It's been quite an amazing experience. It's been a liberating feeling to not have a toxic person in your life, and especially one that removes themselves from your life. So be glad. I know it hurts at first if it was a romantic relationship that you had with this toxic person, because you are still wounded and you're still mourning the romance and the good times and the person that they pretended to be, your soulmate that they pretended to be. You're mourning that person. But recognize, look back and look at it clearly, that person was very rarely the soulmate that you dreamt they were, that you thought they were. Most of the time, they were toxic. Most of the time, they dragged you down. And if it's not most of the time, hour by hour, that type of thing, comparing hour to hour, it's probably at least each day. At least sometime during the day, they're dragging you down. And so you have this negativity in your life for so long. You get used to it, and you're clinging on to it, thinking that it's going to go back to the way it was, or the few moments, or the good hours that you've had. It's going to go back to that. And it really rarely lasts. And the good times rarely last very long at all. You have not lost much. You have so much to gain now that they are out of your life. It's like they're, I want to say an anchor, but they're not anchoring you to anything good. It's more like a ball and chain, actually. They're chaining you to this gruesome, horrible place in the desert, and you can't get out of it. And you think that if I just stay with them, at least we're together and we can build something together. No, you're in the desert. There's nothing to be built there. It's only devastation. You are now free. Those chains are broken. And I want you to realize, once those chains are broken, if you have been discarded by a narcissist, you are a lucky person, because it's so hard to walk away. And I know there are some people who've walked away. I've actually walked away from one relationship, or I guess a couple, in a sense, that I'm willing to, well, not willing to interact with them so much as I'm blessing them. I still want good things for them. I'm not holding negative things towards them, and I don't want to hold them or wish bad things on them. So, I do hope that things go well for them. But in the meantime, I have extracted myself, and I'm not a part of that anymore, a part of their craziness anymore. And I hope that you can see the light there too. I hope that you can see that there is so much joy ahead for you, so much laughter ahead for you, so much energy, so much life ahead for you. So, YouTube family, I'm wishing you health and wholeness and peace, and you can get there. I know you can. Just stick with us. All right, I'll talk to you later. And if you like this video, I hope that you subscribe or like it or comment. And I love hearing from you. I love your comments. I love hearing of your experiences, because they are so similar. We are all so similar in our experiences, and when we share these experiences with one another, we feel less alone. So YouTube family, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.